everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today I am trying out a new product for the first time, so this will be a first impression video. And by Milk Makeup, this is the ever popular that you've seen everywhere probably already on YouTube, the Blur Stick. The only difference is my 48-year-old skin is going to be putting this puppy to the test. And let's see if it makes a difference. Let's see if milk is nice and fresh or if it's spoiled. Stay tuned. Hi everyone. Okay. Yeah, excuse my voice. That's why I haven't recorded anything new in the last week and a half, because I've been sick, and I actually have my voice back now, believe it or not, even though I sound like whatever I sound like. Okay, so what we're gonna do is because it's hard for me to talk, I'm just going to kind of speed through the demo on this just so you guys can see it. And I will, I'll tell you, it's one of those days. So, I will speed through the demo on this so you guys can see the application. I was thinking of doing like one half of my face with and one half without. Should I? Can't really tell if it makes a difference if you don't, so I think I'll do one half of my face with and one half without and hope it doesn't look like total crap so that I can record another video I need to record. So let's do that, and I will be back with you in just a minute and we'll see if this baby makes a difference. Forgot to add first, I'm going to, because I've forgotten the last several times, I'm going to use my pure Hydra gel under my eyes because I really like how moisturizing this is under the eyes. It comes in a little box like that. Excuse my tacky mirrors. I don't have a fancy one that has some. What I want is one of those standing ones that sits on your desk that's lit up. That's what I want, but I need lighting far more than I need a fancy mirror, so that's what I'm working up to, is to get some good lighting. And I had no idea, but what do they call it, the DVE store, which sells the Diva ring lights, they are here locally, like literally blocks from my house. What are the chances of that? Okay, let's do this Milk Blur Stick. Let's see what you got. Now this is my first time trying this. I have not tried it before, so I suppose I should read the damn directions and see how I'm supposed to apply it. And are you kidding me? It doesn't say. Okay, just says apply all over face and blend. Okay, here we go. Okay, and since I know how I want to use the foundation, you notice I've only done the Blur Stick on half my face, so God knows how this is going to turn out looking. But since I know how the CoverGirl Beautylish Healthy Elixir and how it wears on my skin, I'm going to use this one. So, and if you're curious to see how this wears on my skin, take a look at my my review of it, and you'll see. And that way you can compare what this foundation looks like, not only seeing with and without Blur Stick here, but you'll be able to see my earlier video where I didn't have the Blur Stick on. So, here we go. And this is still not light enough, I don't think. This is the color 710. And of course, I found it in the store, and of course it was open. Jesus. I don't know why people do that. And it's got the same fragrance. I just, honest God, I don't know why people do that. It just irks the hell out of me that people open stuff up in department stores. Yeah, it's still not light enough. Jeez. Come on, CoverGirl, come out with a lighter one. I know you need darker ones, and you need lighter ones too. Because for us girls who are ghost, this is not even close. Okay, sorry for the lighting. I'm literally now being blinded. I can hardly look up. But hopefully you'll be able to see better. I definitely need to get a ring light because this light I'm using is just horrible. It makes it so difficult to do makeup. Okay. Wow, look at that color difference. Oh, my bangs. Just get out of the way. Look at the color difference. And this is their lightest one. At least that I've seen, 710. Okay, now we're going to try the side that has no blur stick. Hope. You know, in one way you want it to be obvious, and the other way you don't, because you don't want to be walking around all day looking two-faced. Literally. Man, anybody else out there been sick? This has been the worst virus that has hit me since I can't remember when. I mean, literally, I've been sick for weeks. Completely lost my voice. My voice is just now coming back. It's been brutal. Start off with a sore throat, fever, when the sinuses, and you know. Oh yeah, I can see a difference. I mean, that's good, but can you guys see it? Let me zoom in here. Where I see it, especially, is right here in my pores. Remember, this is the side that has the blur stick on. This side doesn't. This looks much smoother here than this. I do see a little bit of difference on my forehead. My lines are more obvious over here than over here. But I see a difference on my cheek here too. I mean, you see this doesn't look as smooth as this does. You know, it's so much of a difference. I almost think I want to go wash my face off now that I've, you know, kind of shown how the difference is. I almost want to go wash my face off and do my whole face with the blur stick, because it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's pretty obvious to me, at least. I don't know if you guys can see, but like this whole cheek here looks real smooth. My pores are less visible here. It even looks smoother up here on top of my lip. And then you look at this side and look at the difference. You can see a lot more. I don't have a lot of texture in my skin, but you know, I mean, I'm 48, so I'm gonna have it. But you can see a lot more texture on my skin here, a lot more unevenness. You can see my pores a lot more. Above my lip here, you can see kind of the pores around my nose and some light wrinkles a lot more. My forehead wrinkles are more obvious on this side to me than on this side. But where I really notice it is right here on my cheek. I mean, this side, doesn't appear half as smooth as this side. So you know what? I hate to do this because, you know, I don't like wasting anything, but now that you guys have seen the difference half and half, I'm going to go wash this off. And then I'll be back. Because we'll do a full face with the blur stick on. Because this isn't going to work. I'll be back. Okay, I am back with a fresh face. So, I do not like putting makeup on right after I just clean my face. Because I don't have time for the toner and stuff to set in. But we're going to do this anyways. So, what I'm going to do this time, you guys saw hopefully the difference between the blur stick on half my face, and I just felt it was too drastic to walk around like that. So we're going to start over now and do my whole face. I will tell you, it kind of has a sensation of, it kind of pulls on your skin. It's not, I don't know if you can see that. You have to put, you have to put enough pressure on this. I swear, it's just so, it's so weird. It reminds me, I'll keep saying this. This reminds me of something in the medical world, like a medical grade adhesive or something. I know the smell. I just can't place it right now. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Since they say it doesn't have silicone in it, it wouldn't surprise me if it was something utilized in the medical world as a second skin type technology, and that's how it's able to go over your skin like this. Something along those lines. Because boy, it just really reminds me of it. Huh. Now I have right here a series of like 3 little wrinkles that go down here. I went over it with that. They damn disappeared. Them suckers are gone. Wow. Okay, so let's try, let's try my smile line, see if it makes a difference on those. Really grind it in there. Huh. I almost feel with this, if you, because I feel a thickness in my skin here now. I swear this is like a second skin technology stuff. And even the way it applies, like for instance, you saw me, I really pushed that heavy in right there, and I actually visibly could see a thickening to my skin as compared to here. Can you see the difference? How, like on this side, the smile line appears much deeper, and this side it appears kind of more plumped out. Can you see the difference? Because boy, I sure can. This one right here appears way deeper than this one does, and they were both about the same. So let's try on this one now, okay? Same way, I'm going to really rub it in there and see what it does. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, can you see that now? Do you see the difference? This isn't like deep cavernous going all the way down like it was. What it is, you know, you can still see the impression of my chin, my cheek, obviously, difference here. But you don't actually see the line going down. And this side here is even disappearing more as we speak. You see that? Really interesting. Now I've got some like little lines right here, right there. So let's try. Gone. Wow. You, my friend, are interesting. Really interesting. Okay, so now I'm going to move up to my forehead a little bit. Let's see if we can... The product does build up. I mean, you can... Now, do you see my forehead there? See how the lines are not nearly as pronounced as they were before? Because this product does build. I can feel it building. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Let's take out a little. That is interesting. I'm going to have to dig into this. I want to find out what's in this in terms of the ingredients in it. Excuse my voice. Comes, goes, comes, goes. Okay, now I'm just going to go over real quick with a little buffing brush here and kind of blend it out a little bit. Not only does it say to do that, but I think it'll feel a little better on my skin, because it does. Actually, I use my hands. Huh. Really interesting feeling. It has, if you've ever used silicone pore fillers like the Porefessional or Smashbox or whatever, you know, silicone has that real slick feel to it. This does not. This does not have a slick feel. It has, trying to think of the word to describe it. I mean, obviously you can see, you know, my hands are gliding over my skin where I have this on. So it has, you know, it's putting a barrier in between the skin and my fingers. There's no question about that. But it doesn't have that slick silicone feel to it. Look at the wrinkles in my forehead, you guys. That is absolutely fucking amazing. Look at that. Can you see how much lessened their appearance is? I mean, obviously they're still there, but they're not nearly as significant as they were. Look at that. Wow, that's, yeah. I mean, that's pretty impressive that, you know, it definitely, from what I can see here, does what it says it does. I mean, even the appearance of my pores here and around my nose and on top of my nose. You know, I don't have huge pores, but obviously, you know, I have them here just like everybody else, and right here. This is probably where I have my biggest pores. That is in my chin. Wow. Huh, this is, it's really hard to describe, because it has that kind of not slick feel to it. Not, like I said, not like a silicone slick, but it almost has a, the only thing I keep thinking back to is medical grade. This feels like something that I keep saying that, and I'll keep saying it. It literally feels like something that's used in the medical community for like second skin or you know, scar healing type thing. That's what this reminds me of, and it's what it smells like too. So I'm gonna have to look and really delve into the ingredients in this and see what's in it. You know, it feels like it's set. It's not like slimy on my face right now. So let's see. Let's see what she does now when I put foundation over it. Because if you remember, if you watched my video on this foundation review originally, it did not want to go over the Benefit Professional at all. So let's see. I want to just take a brush real quick to spread it out and see if there's any problem with it adhering, the foundation adhering to my skin with this on. Huh, interesting. See, like when I went over Like I said, if you watch the original video where I reviewed this, I'll put it in the, and I'll put a card up above for it. When I used the same foundation and I went over my skin with it, after I'd used the Professional, it would not adhere in this area, it would not adhere on my forehead, and would not adhere here. But this appears to be doing just that. Now I want to just go over it real quick, and let's push her in with the Beauty Blender. Wish they'd make a lighter foundation than this. This just drives me nuts that this is so dark. And I can imagine how dark-skinned women feel too, because, you know, this line, while they came out with a average amount of colors, they didn't hit either end of the spectrum good. I mean, they got the whole center. Oh, you know, if you've got tan-colored skin, you know, tan color to your skin, then you're set, because this foundation, you can find it in pretty much any shade in that range. But if you've got real light skin or you've got dark skin, you're pretty much SOL. And boy, I'll tell you, I love this foundation, so I sure the hell wish CoverGirl would get on it, get busy, and get some more colors out for those of us in the dark and light range, because this is a beautiful foundation. It really is. Oh, now that's interesting. Oh, do you see that? Right there? Ah, wrong way, Shelby. God. See that right there? And right there? I took my Beauty Blender and I just went like this. Oh, look at that. It literally just wiped the foundation right off. It came right off. There's no foundation there or there. Do you see that? Man, you know, I was really, really hoping that the blur stick wouldn't react to this foundation the way it did to the Benefit Professional. But it appears, you know, watch when I put it back on and you'll see the difference. I mean, it literally stripped it right off. It just wiped right off. As I'm, you know, pressing it in, it's staying. But the minute I wiped it, it just, boom, gone. Yeah. Well, it's unfortunate. There is something about this CoverGirl foundation that does not like these type of primers. I don't know what else to say. Okay, now just watch as I do a real close up right here. Okay, I'm just going to take the end of this. Watch this. See that? Gone. No foundation. It literally just wiped it off like it wasn't even adhered to my skin. What the... You know, it... I'll tell you. Can you see that right there? Clear as day, I can see my skin absolutely perfectly through. There's not an ounce of foundation there. So let's cover it up so you can see the difference now. Now that's really a bummer, because I love this foundation, but if it won't stick with primers, that's kind of... I'm going to have to try some different primers and see if it's just the ones, even though this doesn't have silicone in it, it could have a silicone derivative in it, because that's what it feels like. There, see now? Weird. Seeing the way it's responding to this foundation, which is exactly the way it did to the Benefit Professional, leads me to believe that this definitely has some kind of silicone derivative in it. Who knows? Maybe it's got damn Teflon in it. Okay, I'm going to finish up my face and I will be back with a few thoughts. So, be right back. well, I'm going to do a lip swatch video on these. But I'll tell you one thing, my first impression is they're really difficult to work with. Really difficult. I don't know. So anyways, keep an eye out for that, because I have like 7 of them in the square tubes and then like 4 of them in the round. I don't know why they're different. They're called the same thing. So I'll be doing those next. And I'm also going to be doing a lip swatch video on all of the Lime Crime Diamond. Oh shit, I hope it didn't break anything. On all of the Lime Crime Diamond Crushers, which I've been absolutely beyond anxious to get. So I'm so excited to have those. So keep an eye out for that coming up. But anyways, this is my look with, you know, our whole intent in the beginning of this was to test out the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. And, you know, from what I can, oh, there goes my voice again. From what I can see, I mean, I'm going to, you know, have to test it longer, but I do know it doesn't agree with this foundation. So, it's still, you know, like when I touch areas of my nose and stuff, it just wipes the foundation right off, even though I set with powder, which normally with this foundation, I wouldn't have set with any powder because it's such a beautiful foundation that it sets on its own. But I've got the powder on, I've got, you know, a little bit of contour, I've got some blush, some highlighter, and it's still ready to just pick up and fucking move. So clearly, you know, this, I don't know if it's because it's water-based or there's something else that's in here along with that just doesn't agree with silicone primers or silicone-like primers. But this is the second time now, second primer that's a pore-filling type primer that it just hasn't agreed with. So, but I still think that my first impression of the Blur Stick is it does a really nice job for smoothing out your finer imperfections. You know, because you can see in my forehead it didn't get rid of my wrinkles, but it tampered them down quite a bit. My pores, it's smooth, didn't get rid of them completely. You can still see them, but they're not as prominent. The wrinkles that I have, like around my mouth down here, are smoothed out. The ones going down, my smile line's going down, I showed you that, you know, real time as we were doing it. And you could see the difference. And this lip is burning. Believe it or not, it's actually burning my lips. I've never had that response to a lipstick ever. Wow. I mean, it feels like these have lip plumpers in them. It's burning. Huh. Oh. Yeah, I'm not digging the feel of that at all. I have a feeling I'll be swatching those and not wearing them again if there are any. It's burning. Sorry. Anyways, I want to get it off because it feels like I have hot peppers on my lips. But anyway, so my first impression of it is pretty good. I will do a follow-up. You know, I do first impression videos, and then, you know, I'll do a follow-up video after I've had time to work with the product, and because I'm not obviously going to review it now and tell you, oh yeah, it works great, or this or that. I'm just going to give you my first impressions, and then, you know, have a chance to actually work with this for probably, you know, I like to work with a product for about a month before I make an opinion on it in terms of a makeup product. Sometimes with skincare, I'm usually longer than that, just because of the fact I don't feel it's fair to, you know, your skin changes from day to day, so the way the products perform on your skin are going to change from day to day, and I think you need to, I just think it's good to give them about, you know, about a month is good timing. So expect in about a month to see an actual full review on this, and certainly if you're interested in me doing updates or, you know, what have you in between, I will let you know how it's going, because you'll see me use this in future Get Ready With Me. That's part of how I do things, is, you know, that's part of my testing, is I'll use this in future videos. So anyway, so that's it for now on the Milk Makeup Blur Stick. I am very anxious to try. They have a couple highlighting sticks I'd like to try, but what I really, really want to try from this brand is not only their pigments. I mean, you guys have heard me talk about those before. That pigment collection that they gave in PR is just, oh God, it's just stunning. I really want to work with those pigments. But on top of it is I really like to try out, you know, you guys saw me use the under eye, the blue, the little moisturizing stick. They have a kind of a similar type thing. It's blue in color. I forget the name of it. It's like a hydrating stick. Then they have an oil stick I'd really like to try out. And then they have two new ones that are, I think they're matcha is what they're called. I think that's like a green tea. Anyways, they have two new matcha sticks out. A toner stick and I don't know, a moisturizing or skincare one. I'm not sure. But anyway, so those I'd really like to try out and see how they work. So, but my impressions of this one, first off, right off the bat, are pretty good. I mean, if you've got, you know, I haven't seen reviews out there from anybody my age, and I think this is, you know, they're pushing this on. That's why I don't get with companies. I mean, you know, this is a product right here that could really benefit people, you know, consumers my age, because we're getting all the wrinkles around our eyes, and, you know, we don't only have the pores, but we've got the wrinkles, and we've got dry skin on top of it to deal with, most of us at our age. And this isn't something that I feel has interrupted or caused a problem or stuck to any dry skin patches whatsoever. It's definitely made an appearance in the difference in my pores. It's made a difference in the appearance of my wrinkles. It's made a difference in the smoothness and the texture of my skin. So why the hell aren't they pushing? Why aren't they marketing stuff and including mature women or men in their campaigns? Yeah, I have no idea. I really don't, because this right here is a product that I would think would be wonderful for people my age. But again, I'll give you a full review soon. So that's it for now. I love you guys. I hope wherever you're at in the world, life's treating you great, and if you're going through struggles, that you're beating them back and persevering. Until next time, love you.